Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ham Radio for Non-Techies. Today, as you might have guessed, we're doing yet another unboxing video. This time it's the Chameleon MPAS 2.0, which after months of waiting has finally come in, and I want to show it to you guys and give you a quick review of it. So let's run downstairs, unbox that thing, and check it out. Well, welcome back, guys. And like I said before, I got another package in the mail. I'm pretty sure the people that deliver stuff to my house are kind of tired of bringing me things. So let's get this open. This is the Chameleon MPAS 2.0, which is their mobile or modular portable antenna system. So let's get this thing opened up and see what we got. Very nice packaging. And I'll tell you, before we really get started here, I ordered this back in March. And it took up until a day ago to get it here. And I wanted to shoot this video because I really want to go play with the thing. And I didn't want to let you guys, gyp you guys out of getting a chance to see it being unboxed and stuff. So it took a little while, but the reputation that Chameleon has for their products is unmatched. They're supposed to be really, really high quality, and well, we're just gonna go through and check it out ourselves. We'll get rid of the bubble wrap and get that out of here. So inside the box, we have our first set of poles, which looks like I gotta cut more things open. All right. So we got our first set of poles here. And these are very nice. Looks like it might be like anodized aluminum for these. Come in a little bit closer here and see. It's really, really nice. I wish I could tell you, but they're very strong and sturdy, but they're very lightweight. So that's cool. We got that part there. So now I guess we'll yank out the bag, get rid of the box. So in our bag, wow, this thing's a lot bigger than I expected. I've seen other people do unboxing videos of this thing, and the bag was a lot smaller. So I think maybe they've upgraded the bag to a larger size. So hopefully these fit in here now without having them stick out of the top of the pack. But we'll find out. All right, moving on here. We'll get this opened up. And we got a bunch of stuff in here. Some looks like counterpoise wires or some kind of wires. Got our coax. Got our spike. And I've been told a lot of things about the spike, and they're not kidding. This thing is really, this is solid spike here. Very well made. There's no way in hell I'm going to bend that. So yeah, okay, cool. Let's keep moving forward. This would be the second set of antenna, or second part of the antenna poles. Get that out of here. And again, just like these look like they're very well built. Looks like they will go into here just fine. All right. Looks like you get a rain pouch to cover your bag in case you get outside and get caught in the elements. Stuff that back in the bag. Fill more stuff. Ah, here we go. More stuff. And here's our element. Very nice. Very nice construction. Got a place for your coax go in here. And I believe this will screw into, well, something in here screws into the pole. So we'll figure that all out here in a second. Oh, look at that, instructions. So we got instructions on here. Now, I do know, because I was looking at this for the couple months I had to wait for this to be delivered, You can download this in PDF form from the Chameleon website, but it's nice they actually printed it out and added that and included that into the thing here. I think that's everything in here at the moment. Just trying to see how I can access. Oh, okay. So if you do want to put those poles in, all right, you got straps back here. Okay. So we have straps for the straps for the backpack portion of this. Really nice sturdy straps. I think that'll work just fine. I guess it, well, geez. There has to be a way. Ah, this is it. Sorry, I am in idiot mode this morning. So there's a huge side pocket here that has padding and stuff inside. So I'm guessing that these will fit in there. If I unbuckle things properly, these will fit right in here, I hope. Yeah. So I was right. So this longer bag, the longer bag that they give you with this, as opposed to the older version, does allow the poles to be completely protected inside of the backpack itself, which I really enjoy that. That is awesome. So if you're considering on buying one of these, now they're not cheap. I think this was total, all said and done, I was all in for about $575. And what you get with this is you get the hybrid, the Chameleon hybrid. You get 73 feet of wire, 25 feet of wire. Geez. I guess these are the main poles, the secondary poles. You get your spike, 50 feet of coax with an RFI choke built in. And that's the whole setup. And this should be relatively easy to set up, and it's supposed to be set up in like 10 minutes or less. It says here that the frequencies it'll do is everywhere from 6 meter to 160 meters, and the power is 100 watts on single sideband and 50 watts on CW. And the reason I wanted this, I do live in an HOA, although my HOA is not a bunch of they're not up my rear all the time about things. But I wanted something that I could have out in the backyard and be able to have full range of all the frequencies. And if I want to take it back down, I can. If I want to go up and do a POTA, or I want to hike it up to the top of a mountain somewhere, I can do that. It's easily portable. There's plenty of space in here to add radios, batteries, all kinds of stuff. The solar panel, the one that I bought anyway, would probably be humped a different way. But as far as the bag itself goes, I think there's nothing wrong with this. I mean, this is a great little setup. But the other reason why I got this is that there are multiple ways of setting up this antenna. So you can set up as a vertical, you can set up as a horizontal, a sloper, an inverted V, an inverted L, NVIS. You can use it on your balcony, use it as a man pack where you have the antenna sticking out and your radio back there, and you can walk around with this huge antenna coming off your back. And you can also use it using your vehicle if you're stationary. So it's got a lot of versatility, and I wanted an all-in-one solution. I mean, I'm going down the rabbit hole. I said this a lot in my channel. I go down the rabbit hole with having all kinds of antennas, between the QRP guy's antenna, the PAC antenna that I got recently, and stuff that I'm actually building. So the myth that I'm not going to have a whole bunch of antennas is exactly that. It's a myth. But I at least wanted something that was going to be perfect for my uses and have the versatility to get on all the bands. Obviously, you're going to need a tuner with this, and I do suggest if you're going to go with a tuner, like I said in one of my other videos, we talk about the off-grid comms. The LDG AT200 Pro 2 is an excellent choice. I might get something different down the road, something that's a little more portable, maybe even like a manual tuner. I'm not opposed to the manual tuners, but for right now, that's what I've got, and that's what I'm going to stick with. So let's take a look at this. Let's do a little more in-depth. I don't know how much more I'm going to get into this right now, but I wanted to see how well these will fit together. Oh yeah, that's no problem at all. That worked out really well, guys. So that's a nice solid antenna. All right, we'll get that apart because I don't want to set it up here in the shop or in the shack. I'll probably, if I don't do it here, I'll probably just go ahead and do a video outside where we demo this thing entirely. And I'll show you guys how easy it is to set it up. I mean, it's supposed to be really, really simple. I have not done it before, so I'm probably going to have to cheat a little bit and go look at the instructions. But I'm pretty sure just setting up should be pretty easy to do. So for right now, I think that is it. Like I said, if you're on the market for this antenna, it's worth getting. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. It's very well built. You don't have to worry about anything breaking on you. And from what I've heard from other people who've purchased from Chameleon before, their customer service is really good. They stand behind their product, and they have, they got quite a wide variety of products to choose from to begin with. But this is a great start for me, and it's also my well, it's now my third. It's originally my first HF antenna, but since I was waiting so long for it, I ended up making antennas and buying other antennas. I have a whole bunch of HF antennas behind me that I need to go use and try out. So anyway, guys, we'll see what we can do here, and maybe I'll see you outside shortly. All right, guys, so we're outside now. We're going to go ahead and set this thing up, and the configuration I chose, the portable vertical. So we're going to get the bag open and get this thing rolling here. So first, we want to start off with our spike. I could probably push this in the ground. Yeah, I can push this in the ground. If you cannot push this in the ground, you need to consider getting us a rubber mallet so you don't damage the top of this nicely machined piece here. So next we're going to get out our counterpoise wire, because we're going to need that. We're going to need our coax. We're going to need our short or our thinner pieces for the vertical. And we'll go ahead and pull out the poles for the large part of the vertical. And we'll get our element out. Now the element here, if you come in closer, the element here has this piece attached and has these two nuts attached. Obviously we can't put this into here and into the connection without taking the stuff off. So just get these out of here first. Don't lose them. It'd be a really bad day for you if you lost these parts. Not that you couldn't find more, but want to just be careful the first time. So we'll get these off. And these just go right back in the pouch. So this now will connect to our spike. And it only has to be finger tight. Keep that in mind. You don't want this thing overly tightened, so keep that at just finger tight is fine. And that's directly from the instructions. So the next part here is going to be attaching this. So we'll go ahead and get this out and assembled. And I want to go ahead while I've got it on the ground, because I'm not that tall, I want to go ahead and get these parts set up. And I want you guys to notice something here on this piece particularly. If you notice here, they have included some shrink wrap. So if you were going to make this a permanent antenna for your backyard, you would want to shrink wrap this to keep that all nice and watertight. So you can bring these things over and shrink wrap those things. It's a really nice addition that they just included into the antenna setup. Okay, and same for down here. You have another one down here if you want to connect it permanently. So I want to go ahead and connect this. And again, we're just going to be going finger tight. Be careful not to cross thread. You don't want to cross thread and screw this nice antenna up. And that just goes in, again, finger tight. So that is now ready. So now I'll raise this up. And again, carefully, we're going to put this into here. All right, we're finger tight. So I'll go ahead and get a shot of that up there. It goes up pretty high. You know, for an antenna, I'm pretty happy with that. So now the next parts are going to be setting up the counterpoise. So this comes with a nice little connector here to hold everything together. Just want to slide that all down. I'll probably never get it back that way again. There we go. All right, so with this, you want to take this end, and down here on the side of the pole, you have your, what they call their grounding section. Just going to bring that around, and that's going to go in right there. And now we just wind out our wire. So I'm going to have to run it a little bit differently. It's good size wire, guys. Really, really good size wire. All right. So we'll run that out to here. And I guess you could probably put a spike in this if you wanted to keep that thing straight and put a little spike in the ground and keep that out like that. But I think for right now, I'm just gonna think that'll be good. Going back over to here now, the final step, aside from keeping everything where it needs to be, is gonna be hooking up the coax. And they suggest with the coax that you, well, first of all, you need to make sure you got your coax stuff here cut off. It's great for packaging, but sucks for real world use. So get that out of there. And you get 50 feet of this cable, like I told you guys inside, which should be more than enough to do anything you need as far as connecting your radio and having plenty of versatility for distance. So what they suggest is taking the section here that has the choke on it, and that's where you connect this. Right into there. Nice and snug. Again, if you were going to leave this outside, I would get coax wrap. You can get it from Ham Radio Outlet, you get it from Gigaparts, DX Engineer, and they all carry it. And it's a nice wrap that only sticks to itself, and it'll waterproof this connection so you don't get water in your coax. So now, all we gotta do is run this wire back to the shack and get that all hooked up to the radio, and we can start doing some tests. So with that, guys, I'll see you inside. All right, guys, we're back in the back inside now, but we're not down in the shack, because shortly after I shot that video, it decided to start raining on me. So I had to quickly run outside, pick up all the stuff, disassemble the entire antenna, get it back in the pack, and get it out of the rain. I didn't want to get everything all wet and nasty, and I really want to give you guys a much better experience of this when we do the actual test. So we're going to probably wait till a later date when it's not raining out here. As some of you might know, we've had like 11 days of rain about a week and a half ago, and that stopped for about 2 or 3 days. And that was the 2 or 3 days I went out with my club and we went riding out to West Texas. And, the antenna wasn't here anyway. So the antenna came back about a day after I got back. And now we got another 6 days of rain on our way. So I'm just going to wait to do that video later. I at least want to get the video out of me unboxing this thing, kind of explaining the parts, doing a quick kind of review, and showing you how easy it was to set up. I mean, it really is easy to set up. And I actually tried a second configuration that I did not film for this video that worked out really well as well. So we'll get into all this stuff later on.
And I'll, you know, when it finally stops raining out there, I'll get a chance to go actually do a nice, do a test on this thing, and we'll check it out. But I mean, you know, honestly, it's a good antenna, and I wouldn't spend that kind of money on something if I thought it was garbage. I'm very particular and very picky on on what I buy. So I do lots of research on things before I spend that kind of money on it, make sure it's exactly what I want, make sure, you know, other people have said that, you know, it's reliable, that it does what they say it does, that, you know, the build quality is good. So there's a lot of factors that go involved with that stuff. So like I said, we'll get that video shot at some later time when it decides to quit dropping water all over my yard. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It'll help the YouTube algorithm show my video to more people that are interested in ham radio topics. And also consider subscribing and clicking on the little bell, and be notified when I have new videos out. Also, don't forget, if you go to hamradiofornontechies.com, we have a full merchandise shop open now with t-shirts, mugs, stickers, all kinds of cool stuff. And I just came up with a new t-shirt yesterday that I thought was kind of slick, but you have to go to the site to go check that out. Anyway, guys, this is Ham Radio for Non-Techies. My name is Scott. My call sign is KI5NPL, and we'll be clear.